Please excuse that eyelash that is trying to fly away from me. Welcome back to my channel, guys, and if you're new, thank you for coming over. Let's get into this makeup look. I lost the original footage of when I first started the eye thing. I already did my eyebrows off camera. Using the darkest brown from the Nomads by Juvia's palette, I put that all over my lid, and then I used a lighter khaki brown to put on the outside of my lid. I then did a half cut crease with a white base primer from NYX and cut my crease, which I kind of find difficult sometimes because
you will not defeat me.
Yeah, I have hooded eyes and it gets better with practice. I don't think it was too bad. I think this primer is a bit oily because I noticed that there was like creasing. Maybe I should have set it, but that is just a note to future me. So I used my angled brush to give myself a neater look overall and just clean up the edges. And now I'm taking a flat brush to pat in a muted pink kind of color because I wanted a nice neutral look. So I'm taking a kohl eyeliner pencil and I'm putting it as close to my lash line as I can because I wanted to smoke it out. I don't think there's any footage of me blending it out, but I use a dense pointed brush to just smoke it out into the dark brown of the eyeshadow. And then I took a small eyeliner pencil or eyeliner to give a nice pointed inner corner. And I did the other eye off camera because you don't need to see it twice. So I'm taking this Zoeva foundation. It's really nice actually. I thought it was a bit red, but I think after it oxidized it was an okay match. So I'm just blending that into my skin with my Morphe brush. I can't remember the name, but I'll put it in the description if I find it. And I'm taking my e.l.f. Matte concealer. I don't like to put my concealer in a triangle shape because I feel like my face is really round, so I feel like putting it alongside my nose and blending it in the position I want to blend it out gives me a more control of how I want my concealer to look, and it also gives me like a bit of a lift instead of making me look more round, if that makes sense. And I'm now taking another Morphe brush, a smaller one, for a bit more precise blending. I just pat it into my skin. I don't want to drag the makeup around, so just take your time when you're blending because that'll give you a nice skin-like finish. And I take my time, especially when I'm near my eyes, because I don't want to crease underneath my eyes. I bring up my concealer slowly to try and give my eyeshadow a bit of a clean up and to give myself a bit of a lift also. I am generally wearing trousers. You can see my legs in the mirror. It's like so close to like my skin color, but I promise you those are trousers. I'm taking another concealer that's a bit brighter because I wanted a nice bright under eye, so I just put like a little dot and blend that out again. Oh well, you don't see me blend it out, but I just know that I blend it out. Again, taking that same e.l.f. concealer, I put a little bit to give myself an illusion of having like a sharp, what's that thing called? cheekbones. Is that it? You will not guess that English is my first language the way that I'm doing this voiceover, damn. But yeah, I love this brush because it gives me precision. But I went over with a beauty sponge to try and like clean it up because I don't want it to look too bright. And that's coincidence because I was watching New Girl. So I'm taking a powder by Good Mela in the shade Plantain, and I'm pressing that into my skin. I didn't want to bake because I wasn't going out. Like I literally filmed this at like 3 AM, so there was no need. I'm taking my bronzer again by Good Mela in the shade Spiced Rum, and I'm putting that all over the perimeter of my face. I like the color, but like it's not that pigmented, but with time you can get the shade that you want. So yeah, so I'm using the tip of the angled brush to like give myself a bit of a shadow around my nose. And I'm taking my blush, also by Good Mela, in the shade My Thai. And honestly, this blush is so pretty. It's so pigmented. So I'm taking my same foundation brush to just mute down the colors. And I'm taking my Morphe brown lip liner in Trendsetter and putting that around the perimeter of my lips where my lips are naturally dark anyway. And then I put on the Morphe lipstick as well, but I clearly don't have footage of that. I'll put the name of that in the bio. I took my butter gloss by NYX in the shade Cotton Candy and put that in the center. And I took another lip gloss, also by Morphe, and put that around the rest of my lips to give myself like a nice, cute little brown look. Clearly I was going for a very neutral look, apart from the blush. I can't remember the name of this highlight. That's also by Good Mela, but it's so pretty. I only put a little bit on the bridge of my nose and the tip. I didn't want to put any on my face because I liked how matte my face looked. But yeah, that is the finished look. So I got this dress from this UK brand called Forth the Reckless, and they're sustainable, locally made, like in the UK. So I was like, yeah, why not? It's a pretty dress, and I'm not hiding the earth. I put on my headscarf, and that was it for my outfit. See you guys in the next video.